What's good, everybody? It's your boy Joe B1, your favorite rap and black series collector, the #1 hip-hop Jedi in the galaxy. And I hope you guys are doing all right today. Today I've got something a little different for y'all. And it's a little bit of a Dear Hasbro on behalf of the collector community. For any of us that are collectors of the Black series, you might find what's in this video interesting. So if you're here, I appreciate you for tuning in. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Now, we all know and love the Black series for the most part. I mean, you know, they don't nail 100% of the figures that come out, but they do a good job of bringing us a wide variety of characters, and a lot of times they nail it, you know. And that's pretty awesome, especially considering the price point that we get these figures at. But what I'm talking about today is less about figure production or, like, you know, that sort of thing, and more about the community aspect and where I feel maybe that Hasbro might be missing the mark a little bit. So I've been thinking about this a lot, and, you know, kind of considering like what could be done to kind of help bridge the gap, because the one thing it feels like, especially when it comes to the collector community and the Hasbro Black Series team, is like there's like kind of a lack of a bridge there. And I mean, don't get me wrong, you got Mr. Stevie coming back into the fold, which I think is fantastic. You know, and I'm just sitting here thinking about, like, what could we do, or what could be done to kind of like bring these elements together and really make the collector community feel like they're in a deeper experience with this Black Series collecting journey. Maybe that's crazy, okay? Maybe that's a wild thought, but let me kind of share with you where I was going with this a little bit. The one thing I noticed coming into this thing, collecting in 2019, was that there was a lot, and I was really kind of navigating what to me was a little confusing, because there's all these multiple kinds of releases, and really I wasn't very well informed, and there wasn't this like intuitive thing, you know, with it. Just, I didn't have any idea that there was a collector community out there, and really I didn't get into the depths of the collector community until 2021. So I wasn't even an informed collector for the first couple of years of me collecting this line. So this is what I'm thinking, though, guys, and maybe I'm crazy with this one, but there are some really great creators in this Black Series collector community space. Mike Kaess, Out of the Basement, Landspeeder Luke, Lukeness Monster, Monday Night Figureball, and there's even more. There's more that I check out. The Jedi Twins, and even more. Matt Bryant. There's a bunch. But my thoughts on all this was, it feels like Hasbro's missing an opportunity in creating a deeper connection with the collector community, which, in my opinion, if they had that connection, would grow their sales. It could help bring new people back into the fold, or bring folks that maybe left the line back into the fold. And the way I think they could go about doing this is something like this. What if some of these creators with these bigger platforms and these large communities that communicate through their Discords and through their chats and their live streams and things like that, what if these guys were to become official liaisons, you know, go-betweens for the community and Hasbro, you know, where we're able to share our feedback, thoughts, desires, wants, etc., etc. And these guys could take that information to Hasbro. Maybe a couple times a year they get together on a conference call or something like that, and just kind of chat about that stuff. And on the reverse side of that, and obviously this probably would require some like NDAs and all this other stuff, but what if Hasbro, the Black Series team, specifically assigned certain releases to be announced through these channels? So maybe have a release that Mike Kaess gets to showcase or talk about, one that Out of the Basement gets to talk about, etc., etc. And even further than that, having that connection with the community to maybe even have these guys on their live streams, you know, the Pulse streams, having Mike Kaess on there to talk about, you know, what's going on with the Hasbro team, and vice versa, having people from the Black Series team involved in, you know, a couple times a year jumping on a stream with some of these guys to help deepen that connection within the community. Now, I'm kind of just spitballing here. I'm just kind of, you know, I've been kind of mulling over this problem, you know, or this kind of gap, it seems like, between the collector community and the Hasbro Black Series team. Now, that isn't to say they haven't been doing a lot really great, but I think that in light of the lack of the pipeline, you know, the pipeline's kind of cut back a lot, and in the lack of the personal touch on the Pulse fan streams, and even at like conventions. Can you imagine, like, some of these creators are really involved at the conventions and kind of help bridging that communication gap with the collectors that are there on site as well? Like having somebody like Mike Kaess or, you know, Lukeness or whatever invited as a guest, you know, of, you know, the Hasbro Black Series team as an official media member, you know, or something like that. I mean, that could really go a long way, you know, because then us in the community feel like our voice is being heard, you know, because we're fans of these guys and these channels, and, you know, that message would feel more substantive and feel like it's getting to somewhere, to someone that matters. So, you know, I'm not saying I've got it all figured out, you know what I mean? But I think this may be at least an interesting thought, or something to explore or discuss, or something like that. So, guys, really tell me what you think. Do you think having some of these creators that already have these large communities and stuff like that, or even a small creator that makes hip-hop, you know, music and Jedi-inspired stuff, and, you know, whatever, you know. But if you take these large creators, communities, and Hasbro got more directly involved and kind of allowed these guys to liaise, to kind of be a go-between, I feel like, and you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this would do nothing but help elevate at least our connection to the Black Series, our experience of the Black Series. It'll feel a lot more personal to a large group of people, and it would give a chance for some of these creators to really see years and years and years of hard work and discussing these things and knowledge and spending time like learning about these figures and how they're made and yada yada. It'd really give them that, you know, show them that their hard work really mattered too, because it's not easy what they do, what any content creator, especially people who are that passionate about it, you know, are really involved in making great videos and content for us. So in conclusion, again, what do you guys think? You know, drop me a comment down below. You know, let me know if you think the Hip Hop Jedi is kind of off his rocker, if this is just a crazy dream, or if this is something that could grow traction, you know, because I know that I'd feel great as a collector having some of these creators that I follow pretty regularly, knowing that they were involved, and that in a way that we were more involved, you know. And just, again, you guys let me know. Maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm not. Thought this would be an interesting video or interesting discussion topic. And if you made it this far in the video, do consider hitting that like, comment something down below, subscribe if you're new. Show some love, not only here on the channel, but in your day-to-day life as well, because it matters and it makes a big difference. You never know how that one little act of kindness can just snowball in someone's life. But all right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate you for listening to me talk about this. Much love. May the force be with you. I will see you in the next video.